Hey guys, welcome back. It's Cam again. Today I want to discuss about propagating epidendrum. This is also known as the reed stem orchid. This is the epidendrum that I have. I don't have an ID for this, nor do I know the color of this. I went to a friend's house and I saw them have this. They don't know the name either. I asked them just for cuttings and they give me a stem like this. The stem that came with it, I had it last year, and this is what came with it. All right. So one stem produced 3 additional stems. Unfortunately, this one broke off. Um, when I built the rack, I accidentally knocked off the new growth right here. This one, which is this one right here, was knocked off by a stray cat. I was putting on that rack right there, the black rack, on top of it, and the stray cat climbed up and knocked it down onto the ground, resulting it snapped off. You can see it was snapped off from here. I took the privilege of go ahead and attempt to propagate these using various methods. The 2 methods that I use seem to be much more successful than the other method. One is pot it up straight to some peat moss. This is peat moss. I just pot it straight in and I already have new growth. New root system already started it. Reed stem orchid, this particular type of epidendrum, you can actually pot it in potting soil. I seen people pot this in potting soils and they grow just fine. I went to my friend's house. She literally pot this on the tree right onto the ground, and the root just set into the ground, no problem. Set into the soil, no problem at all. So I thought, well, why not? Why don't I just propagate this using peat moss? As long as I keep this peat moss moist, and I should have roots. Let me take you a closer look so you can see what I mean. All right, so these all propagate at the same time. This one right here was potted in peat moss. Keep it moist. I just watered it. It was dry. This is water before I film. You can see this root right here. It's a very nice root right here. Very nice root growing in. So I'm not too worried about this. This is just straight peat moss, potting soil. You can use potting soil if you want, or compost if you want. It works the same. These 2 right here was rooting in water, sitting in my greenhouse, the mini greenhouse here. Both of these are in water. This one already have new roots, about an inch long. This node is still not growing yet. I'm waiting for it to grow. Once it get a little bigger, I might chop this one off or just divide these out. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But definitely one of these keikis, I will definitely separate them once it get bigger. Here I have 5 new keikis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was hoping it grow on these bigger node right here, but it grows on the end. This one is 1 more right here too, so I have 6. This one only have 1 with 1 root. I think the root's healthy. I don't like the little black tip here at the end, but I think it's still healthy. I haven't really cleaned it yet. I just changed water and just leave it in there. The main plant, which is this one, you see this one broke up from here, and this one broke up from here. So as you can see, I got 1, 2, 3. They all can produce new growth from here. I see 1, 2, 3. These bum right here. This one I broke it when I built that rack over there. When I put it back to the rack, I accidentally knocked up the new growth. So this is gonna be like this, and hopefully I see new growth coming in. The roots, they're okay. I see new roots growing on the new cane right there. I'm not sure you can see it right there. That's a new root right there. So that's how you propagate epidendrum, at least for this particular kind. Other kind I try, they work the same. You can propagate them in water. They'll just do the same. All right, so hopefully you guys learn how to propagate your epidendrum if you have this particular kind, which is called the reed stem epidendrum. For these new keikis to send out bloom, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take at least a couple years. I'm not gonna worry about it. They can stay here for a few years. These can grow really tall. I see my friend's plant is about 3 feet tall, 4 feet maybe. So if you don't have the space, I wouldn't recommend you grow these because it can take up to 4 feet tall. Basically, you can just pot them straight up to the ground or in your front yard, in your garden, in a pot, and it will do just fine. I've seen many people here, even my neighbor here, they have this particular one in orange colors, and they grow in the potting soil with right in front of their front yard. So this looks really nice. If you want to put them in your front yard, they look beautiful display. They can take full sun as long as you provide them moistures for it. It's fine to dry a little bit, but you do want to give it a little bit moistures. Okay, it'll grow really well in outdoor full sun. You don't have to worry about sunburn. This thing can actually take full sun. If you grow in full sun, you're gonna see the leaf. It's a little bit yellowish instead of green. It's just fine. It's not gonna get sunburned. And I've seen my neighbor's epidendrum. It grows really well. The leaf doesn't look as green. It's very yellow, but totally fine. It put out a lot of blooms and it's beautiful. So if you guys want to grow these, this is, I think, by far the most easiest to grow. And you cannot kill this plant unless you don't water it, unless you completely let it dry. Then you'll kill this plant. This is very hardy plant, and I'm sure you can grow this successfully. Now, I don't know if it's going to be susceptible to cold damages, which California, we don't have freezing temperature here. We have low 30s, but not really to a point where I have to worry about freezing temperatures. This, over the winter, it didn't kill it, even though, you know, I just left it out here. I didn't see any cold damages, even in the 30s, low 30s. Now, if it's below 30s, then yes, I will worry about it. So this is why, you know, you pot it and then you bring it to indoors to avoid freezing temperatures. They can actually grow in bark and moss and variety of media. So media-wise, they're not really that picky about it. Full sun, moistures, feed it every watering or every other watering. It'll grow really well for you. All right, guys. We'll see you next video. Thank you.